Aloha kako, more surf skate information for you. Let's talk about types of boards today. You can do surf skate with a regular skateboard, loosen up the trucks a little bit, which will actually force you to use better mechanics because the front truck isn't very loose and you have to learn how to move the skateboard with your head, shoulders, and hips, not your ankles and toes, which the modern surf skateboard lets a lot of people get away with. Depending on the size of person you are, if you're a small person from Grom to a little bit shorter than me, I'm 5'7.25", say you're 5'5", 5'3", you want to ride something in the smaller range in the Carver boards. Okay. Also, for a regular skate, get yourself something a little bit longer. Why is that? For a smaller person, your stance isn't as big as a taller person. This also translates to your surfboard. If you're very tall trying to ride a really small board and your level's not there, you're holding yourself back. Anyway, if you're 5'7" or taller, get yourself a bigger Carver board. I think these are around the 31 to 32 range. This is the largest one back here. Same thing for a Carveboard. If you can find them online, very hard to get nowadays, 34 to 36-inch range. That way it lets you open your stance like you're on a surfboard rather than being stuck here, which is not where you're surfing. Your ankles and toes, which the modern surf skateboard lets a lot of people get away with. Next one here is your Carver. They've got that front loose truck. Actually, this is a standard. No, this is a front loose truck. Okay. And then they've got this other style of truck. It's a little bit more different and it pivots back and forth even more. That's your entry level to intermediate level surf skate. So your next level is advanced level. This is a Carveboard designed by Brad Gerlach and his father. It's very much more like a surfboard. It goes on rail completely. Both trucks pivot left and right. This board, you have to use your head, shoulders, hips, and knees. Your ankles and toes will follow, but this is really like surfing. So check this out. This board goes on rail like a surfboard. And if your head, shoulders, hips, and knees aren't doing the work, you will fall on the asphalt. As compared to the Carver, doesn't go on rail as much. Notice the front end of the board actually kind of goes on rail. So another option that's out there, there's quite a few. Another option that I've seen here in the US is the Smooth Star. Not really a fan of it because the front truck is really loose and it's almost like that front truck becomes the pivot point, which is nothing near like a surfboard. Surfboard, your pivot point is the midpoint. The Smooth Star has really made that front foot the pivot point. I have a client who's got one of the Smooth Stars and it's too loose and he can turn his surf skate with his front toes and really lean on those front toes, which doesn't translate to surfing. So when he takes himself onto a surfboard, sometimes he goes way too hard on his front toes or his front heel, which doesn't translate from Smooth Star surf skate to surfboard.